Hi there, Kristen here from Vibookcrate, and today I'm going to talk to you about Mr. Lemoncellos Library by Chris Garberstein. The main character in this book is Kyle Keeley, and he is 12 years old. He is a games fanatic, video games, board games, scavenger hunts, riddles, everything. If it's a game, he loves to play it, and especially if it is produced and created by Mr. Lemoncello, who is like his hero. So the premise of this book is that in this town, they have no library. It burnt down 12 years ago, and so in Kyle's lifetime he has never actually been able to go to a library. Our game creator, Mr. Lemoncello, who is very rich and very eccentric, he decides to make a new library, but it's not just any kind of library. It is crazy, full of holograms, games, riddles, fun, all sorts of things. He does it in a old bank across the street from where the original library used to be. So Mr. Lemoncello holds a challenge, and it is for 12 students of 12 years old to write an essay. A bunch of the kids from Kyle's class do it. He does not a great job. He kind of fools around a bit. Then he realizes how important it is to him, how he really wants to be part of this library lock-in that the contest is for. So he bends the rules and he sends a new essay in to Mr. Lemoncello directly, and eventually he gets picked. So him and 11 other children get picked to be in the locked down overnight fun night in the library, but it's just the beginning. In actuality, the next morning when they wake up, they find out that they have a chance to compete in an awesome competition where they need to find a way out of the library, only using the clues that they can find within the library that have built into it. So really, Mr. Lemoncello has created the library as this ultimate game full of riddles for them to try and solve so that they can get out. And if they do get out, they become the spokespersons for Mr. Lemoncello and his game company. So there's a lot of different types of kids in this book. There's Kyle and a few of his friends, his best friend actually, some other kids from his class. There's a kid who's not quite that kind, and a lot of that comes out in the story. A girl who pretends that she's not very smart, but really she is really smart, and yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. Some kids who love the library, a lot of different kids in the book. It's very exciting. Some of the kids band together and create teams, while other kids actually try to sabotage each other. So it's really great read. I'm not going to get through all of the plot points because I really think you should read it. And there's nothing scandalous or concerning that happens, like nothing that maybe you would have to warn your kids about. There's bank robbers and stuff like that from the past, but not actually in the book. No one gets hurt. There's no bad language. There's no sexual situations, nothing like that. It's just a really good, fun story. Kids get to use their minds. You know, you're trying to figure out the puzzle as you're reading the book. Through the book, there's little pictograms like that one. Just kind of all of them. So these are kind of clues that they are searching through the library, and some of these pictures are what they find in kind of their scavenger hunt and their riddles and stuff. So here's an example of some pictograms, some Rebus style puzzles that the kids have to solve, and it's fun because you're trying to solve them as the book goes along. So yeah, I definitely suggest reading it. Again, it's perfect for grades or ages 8 to 12. I think ages older than that will enjoy it. Younger than that, it might be really a little bit harder to understand everything that's happening. The main characters, like I said, are 12 years old. So that is a perfect age for this book. My son is turning 10 and he loved it. Mr. E, he loved this book. Loved this book. Here's another example of some of the puzzles that they find. So they figure out something cool about all the library cards. They're all different and they have different books on it. And there's secret messages within there. So lots of cool puzzles, lots of cool things to get your kids' brains moving. I picked this book specifically for September because they're going back to school. They're getting back to learning. This is a very exciting very exciting book that will get your brain juices flowing. Make sure you subscribe to our other boxes and you will never miss out on a single one. Thanks, guys.